Hi everyone, this is Carla from Carla Gets Crafty. Welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of our Christmas Keepsake Recipe album. In the first video, we made the cover and put the mats in the front and the outside. So today what we're going to do is go ahead and try to finish it up. We're going to make the waterfalls for the inside and then decorate it and add a ribbon, and then we should be finished. So the paper collection I used was Oh What Fun paper collection from Miss Kate Cuttables. It is single-sided and there were 16 beautiful little cute pieces of paper in here, so you have a lot to choose from for whatever project you're doing. And for the recipe cards, we have Scrapbook Generation here in town. So I went there and picked these up. They are vertical recipe cards, and they are double-sided with a front of the recipe card that on the back you have room to write more of the recipe if you didn't get it all on the front. And there are 6 of those, so I used 2 sheets of that. Since my waterfall will be double-sided, I am able to get 12 recipes in there, which I think is really well. This is the waterfall, so we're gonna make it on this side. It will have a pocket and have a recipe card. Then when you flip it up, there's going to be another pocket with another recipe card. So you'll be making 6 of these. I'm going to show you how to make one, but you would need to make these times 6 if you're making the same album that I made. Okay, first you're going to need a piece of cardstock, and I'm making mine the ivory color, and you need to cut it 4.5 by 8.5. And then after you cut it 4.5 by 8.5, you want to turn it to the side like so, and you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. Then you're going to flip it around to the other end, and you're going to score this at 1 3/4. So there you've got your 1 and your 3/4. Now what you're going to do, we're finished with our scoreboard. Let's get it out of the way. We're simply going to fold the top back. That's going to be your waterfall flap that you will attach it to your back cover. And on the front, you're going to fold it at the score line. It's at 1 3/4. And before we actually attach it, we want to add a mat in here. So I have cut 2 mats, and these measure 4 and about 7/16 by 5. So we're going to have the 4 and 7/16 kind of go across the top. It just gives you just a little bit of a border around your mat. Then it's going to come down, so when you do attach your pocket, it will be down in there. Okay, let's go ahead and attach that. Use my ATG gun. Get on the edges. Around this way. And this way. And we're going to attach that at the top, leaving just a little bit of a border at the top and the sides, and it will go right down into that pocket there. So just a little bit there. Now for attaching that, I'm going to use an 1/8 inch score tape to go in here and just attach my little flap on my pocket up here. And you wouldn't want it to be any more than that. And the reason I'm using this instead of glue is because this is really tight to make it fit in there the way I wanted it to. I thought the score tape would be better because sometimes even if you try to get a little bit of glue, it can ooze out. And if it oozes out any, I'm not sure my recipe cards would fit in there. So we're just going to do the little bit of score tape there. Let's go ahead and give that a press. I'm going to remove the backing off of that double-sided score tape. And then all you do then is just simply flip this up. Okay, and now this measured 1 3/4 by 5. So for a mat for that, I've got a piece. I've written on the back of it 4 3/8 by 1 3/4. But let me see if that, okay, that's what it is, but it still gives me a little bit of a border, not much, and I really don't want a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. And again, this is from the paper collection. It all kind of coordinates and goes together. Put this on. Oops, gets sticky there. And over here. And we're going to attach that mat to the bottom of this pocket. And it's going to fit really snug, so I'd go down to the bottom almost. Just a teeny tad. It's going to show on the sides of this. Oh, I'm going to fold that under there. Okay, like I said, ATG gun tape, it's really a little bit friendlier about repositioning than regular score tape. All right, get that down there, get that on. And then I also cut another strip, and this strip I'm gonna mat on that also. And this one is about 1 inch by 1, 2, 3, about 3 3/4. So we're gonna use a little bit of score tape and attach that. Oh, not score tape, my ATG gun. There we go. Let's fold this down. Sometimes that pulls a little past your paper, and I always like to kind of fold that, tuck it in. All right, now let's center this. Kind of center this just on that little mat. There we go. There. And now you've got your front recipe pocket. Let's see how that fits. We'll take one of these little recipe cards, see if that fits in there. Yeah, that fits nice. Okay, now we're gonna just flip it up, because that's the way it would be. And we're gonna attach this mat to this side. Again, about 4 7/16 by 5. ATG tape runner. And we're gonna come up. This will be the top when you flip it up. And just come up here. Let me fold that glue under adhesive. Come up here to the top, get it about a 1/16 of an inch or so. Pull that down. Oh, that's really even. Let's try that again. I may not have cut it real even, but that works. That's good. Now we have a piece that's cut 4 1/2 by 2. I don't know why, but I was thinking on the back of it, it needed to be a little bit deeper so it wouldn't fall out maybe. I don't know, but that's what I did. So what we're gonna do with that, I'm going to use my 1/8 of an inch score tape again. I'm gonna add it to the ends. And over on this end, there we go. Now on this one, we can add a little glue at the bottom because it's not gonna matter that much hanging up or sticking up as much as it would trying to squeeze in the sides. So let's go ahead and remove that tape backing. And fold this adhesive over. It went over a little bit. Now, before I put that on, I'm going to add just a little bead of my art glitter glue. I'm going to try to get it. You can kind of see where that score line little hump was there, the little mountain. I want to come on this side of it. I don't want to go over it because I want that to be able to fold nicely. So I'm just going to put a little bead, just enough. There we go. Get my little pin back in here. Now I'm going to take this little card. Oops. And I'm going to try to set it right on the edge and right on top of that little bead of glue. And it looks good. Let's go ahead and squeeze that down. There we go. And looking good. Now I cut another mat, and this mat is 4 3/8 by 1 7/8. We're just going to attach that to that bottom pocket. Bit in the middle there. Again, I want to fold that adhesive over. Alright. Come here again, just leave a little border. I'm aiming for the top more than the bottom because it's okay, the bottom there. Alright, that looks good. Okay, and then again, I have another, I think, what do we say, 3 3/4 by 1 inch. And we're going to add that little mat to there as well. I think I'm going to just glue that on. Okay, take this. There you go. Get that on. Now you've got your other pocket. Let's see if this fits in there as well. There, see? Fits and doesn't stick up too far, but your glue is down in there holding that together. So that also works. So now we have all of our waterfall pockets made. So what we're going to do now is simply attach those to the back cover of our recipe album. Put this in. Okay, now before we actually attach it, I'm going to go through, get them all with the flaps like this. I want these all folding backwards. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my 1/2 inch score tape. Oh, there's the other one. And I'm just going to put a 1/2 inch of score tape across each top, so they will fit in there. Let's see, it seemed to work well with just putting my hand through there, and I don't have it all stuck to me. Come up here, just come along there. Put your score tape right there. And then we're going to add our score tape right here. And we're going to add our score tape to another one. This one, I got 2 more. this is the last one. Let's stick it. Oh, I've got a little embellishment on there. It's a kind of a 3D, so that's what's making it stick up a little bit. I already have these decorated. All right, and I think this one needs just a little bit more tape. I tore that off a little bit too short. Oh, well, we'll fix that when we get to it. I might just put a little glue under that one. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the album cover, we're gonna open it, and this is the back and the top. Okay, I'm gonna take, let's see, which one would I want to be my first one? This one's kind of cute, and that's one I need to add the glue to. I think we'll do that, so don't forget to do that. Burnish that on, and we're simply going to remove the backing. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to this end. We're gonna fold this down, and I want this as straight as I could be and as close to the top as I can be, because when I figured the measurements for all of this, I mean, it was pretty tight. So this has to come right up to the top so your last waterfall won't hang off the bottom. So you want to come right up here and try to center it. I can get right up there on the top. I mean, right up there on the top. That give me about the same. Okay, and it's really important to get it straight. Otherwise, they'll all be wonky. We don't want wonky waterfalls. Okay. So then what you simply are going to do is you're going to raise this up, and where this waterfall flap is, you're going to take your next one, and you're simply going to make sure you have that burnished. Remove your backing. I'm going to fold this down, and I want to come up here and just make it a straight end to end, right, butt it up right next to that. Come down straight before I mash it. That looks good. So I'm gonna press that on. Well, my battery went low, and I tried to turn off the phone, but it wouldn't let me turn it off. So hopefully I can go in and edit. We'll find out, I guess, when this goes on YouTube. But anyway, what we want to do is finish up. So for the inside, we have all these waterfall flaps on. We got all those on. Those turned out really nice and even. So inside, what I want to do is make a little pocket down here. So I'm going to take some of my art glitter glue and go around each side and the bottom, put a little bead. Now this I don't have to be as careful with, because the little pamphlet that I made to go inside here, it's got plenty of room. So I think I'll put this at the bottom. All right, take that, line it up there, up to the edge and down at the bottom. So I've got room for my fold in there. And then I made this Keepsake Recipes little sign on my computer. I got a little mat for that, so I'm going to attach that. Adding some glue. And I'm going to center that in. Paper on the back is what I use for the front. mat and the back mat. So now I'm going to just glue this and place it on that pocket. Try to center that up a little bit. There, keepsake recipes. For the little pamphlet I made, it says Baking Up Memories, and I made this on my computer, or not computer, my Cricut. Made that on my Cricut. So on the inside, I'm going to mat that with this snowflake paper. And let's see, I just barely want a little border around that. So go ahead and glue that on. And that measures 5 5/8 by 3 1/2. And this little pamphlet I made, let's see, it measured 5 1/4 by 3 3/8. So this is 5 1/4 by 3 3/8. And then, no, that was the poem. I'm sorry. This was 7 3/4. Okay, 7 3/4 by 5 5/8. Again, that was 7 3/4 across by 5 5/8 down the bottom. If you want to make something to fit your pocket, or you may want to do something totally different on that page, but if you're doing what I did, that's what you would do. And then again, the mat was 5 5/8 by 3 1/2. So I'm gonna put that on. And I'm gonna put this on. I want to move it down because this is just like I said. I want just a little border. That's what we've got. That works well. And then I made this little poem to go on the inside. Families gather at Christmas time. It's that wonderful time of year for bringing casseroles, salads, fudge, and more, making memories we hold dear. So I'm giving this special book for Christmas recipes to you. And when your families meet at Christmas time, you can make memories too. I thought that would be really sweet to, keep recipes in the family and pass them down. So I'm just gonna add a little glue on that. I know there's certain recipes that we do that have been passed down, and then, pass that on to my daughter. And if she has any that she would want to add, then she could do that as well. Now I'm going to take this and place it on there. There, that looks nice. And we're going to bring this down, just pop this inside that pocket. I'm not going to push it too far because that glue may not be totally dry. Down there, we don't want to glue in our pamphlet. Now I cut out 2 little scallops, one out of the blue snowflake, one out of the red snowflake. I'm going to glue those together to go at the top up here. So I've glued those together. Put something on that. I think I want this little sticker here. I think this is cute. It says a pinch of this, a dash of that. I think we'll pull that off. Those colors kind of look good. See if we can get it. Sometimes these are kind of tricky. There we go. Got that right off of there. I'm gonna add that on here. And then I'm gonna put that, it'll be behind there just a little bit, but that's okay. We don't mind that. I'm gonna glue that one on too. And right up here at the top, you can see see that. Get that centered and straight. That looks good. Okay, and while I was waiting for my battery to charge a little bit, I went ahead and positioned my ribbon. I cut this ribbon at, let's see, about about 15 inches. So, and then I doubled it, so it was about 30 inches. And then I went ahead and put down some score tape to secure it on the front and also on the back, secured that on. I'm going to be gluing a mat over the front. I've already put this one on, Made with Love. I thought that was cute. I layered that up. Then on this one, I'm gonna put it right down here. It's a little girl. If you can see that, she's making cookies. I thought that would be really cute to go on the front of this little keepsake recipe album. So I'm gonna glue that on. Now, I'm going to put this, try to kind of center it under there. And I want it high enough that it's going to, let's see, I want it straight. There, I want it to be over that ribbon really well so I can secure that ribbon on even with that score tape. I've got that down. There we go, that looks cute. And then on the back, I'm gonna take the little Christmas lights that I use for the backing of the little girl making cookies. We're simply just going to attach that over the back where that ribbon is, kind of center it up in there. Add some glue. Top. And the sides, put some around the middle, especially where that tape's going to be for that ribbon. I want that to be on there well. I want my lights going down like they're hanging. So I'm going to put this up here. Try to center this on. Looks pretty good. Press that on. And then you could add another sticker here. I'm looking around. I don't know if any of these I would want to put on there. You know what I could do with that paper pack? I also had some that probably wouldn't look right, would it? With lights on lights. I ordered a little pack of ephemera to go with it. So what could we maybe put on the back? Just something kind of Christmassy. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Cup of cocoa. But you know what? If I'm gonna have that cup of cocoa, I need a little scallop to go behind it. So I cut out a little scallop from the kind of that little turquoise aqua snowflake pattern. I'm gonna glue that on back here. And then we're going to add hot cocoa. Oop, there's a little piece that needs to come out of there. Okay, we got that. Yes, that looks very cute. Very cute. Now, do you want to add anything else, like a candy cane? Nah, I don't think so. I think that looks good. So all we do now is we have these ribbons attached. Let's take a look in there. I think it's really cute, Made with Love. pinch of this, a dash of that. Baking Up Memories, Keepsake Recipes. And then as you flip through, we've got each little pocket either decorated with a sticker or a 3D sticker. And you've got a, when you flip it up, you've got a recipe here. And there's another one. There's your other one. If you can see those. That's cute. And there's a little pie. So like I said, it makes a pretty nice little recipe thing because it does hold 12 recipes. Now I feel like I need something there. What could I put there? No, baby, it's cold outside. Doesn't quite work. Let me take a look here. So what we're going to put back there, we're going to mat up a picture of Santa. He's eating a cookie. I'm going to put him on the striped paper mat and then a red mat and glue that onto the back. So let's do that. All right. Gotta center that up. Looks good. Add some glue to the back of this. Center that up on the red. Helps that just kind of pop out there. There we go. We're going to glue that under there. I'm going to put that kind of centered down under there. That'll be a nice little surprise when you get to the last recipe. See a little picture of Santa Claus. Now what I'm going to do is I've got washi tape. I want to cover all of these little flaps here. So I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to kind of put this candy stripe. Doesn't tear very even, so I'm probably going to try and cut that. Let's see, my little scissors. I think I'm going to pull it this way so I can see it a little better. Just kind of cut that across there. That looks nice. I'm going to pull this one up. Add some tape here. Started there. Oops. My flaps are about a 1/2 inch, so this must be close to a 1/2 inch. It's a little bit wider. Cut across there. Seal that on. Fold another one. Start it here. There on the end. A little far. Pull that up and get that a little closer. Oops. It's kind of hard for me to see just where that is, actually. I think that was good. It didn't stay. You know, you might want to put a little bit of glue or adhesive under this if you think it might not stay. I think this will be good enough, though. Once I get it on, then Rub it on really well. I think it'll be fine. There we go. That just adds a little bit more to it. This one in here. Cut that. If I have a little hanging off, I'll just go back and trim. This one in here. Trim that one a little bit. There we go. Cut it, and I think we have one more. Very back page. There. And that looks really nice. Like I said, I may have to go back and trim those edges a little more straight. But for now, there's a little piece. There we go. Good enough. Come back over. That one's good enough. That one's got just a little bit right here. Good enough. That one's good enough. Just make sure it's pushed down tight. This one's got just a little piece here. And this one looks good. And there you go. So let's take a look. All right. I'm going to tie it. And if your ribbon, this may be too long, and I can trim it off. I'm going to need to kind of singe those ends anyway. Yeah, I can trim that off. Fabric scissors here. I'll leave it a little long. Trim that. That one's good. Now all I need left to do is, let's see if my lighter is back over here in my drawer. Yeah. Keep this over here so when I am working with ribbon, I can just kind of singe the end, melt that so it won't fray. There. And I think we're done. I think that is darling. There you go. And you've got on the back your little cocoa made with love and your little cookies, making cookies on the front. So I think this little Christmas keepsake recipe album turned out really cute. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you try it. And if you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.